Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to get those 10 plus kill solo wins in Fortnite because everyone wants to win the game, especially when you're playing solo and you can't blame your teammates or anything like that. I mean, you can blame RNG a little bit, but everyone wants to get those solo wins, but a solo win with 1 or 2 kills where you're hiding the whole game isn't as fulfilling and it isn't as cool as a nice solid goal of, a 10 kill solo win or whatever you set that goal to be, a 7 kill, a 12 kill. If you're a really good player, maybe go for a 20 bomb. Who knows? Setting a goal is very important. I've talked about this before, and usually when I say going for 10 plus kill wins, I talk about the hot drops, the tilted and stuff like that. But I want to talk about and show this gameplay and analyze this gameplay a little bit of a different style that I did it, and basically show the blueprint for getting 10 plus kill solo wins every game if you're not landing in a hot drop and you're playing more aggressive mid to late game. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I know you guys really do like these tips and tricks videos, and we have one right here. Happy New Year to everyone for 2019. Smack that like button. Let's go for 2,000 likes. That'd be absolutely amazing. And of course, just an absolutely massive shout out to the notification gang, notification squad, and to the supporter creator, everyone supporting me, the Goblin YT. Enter that in the item shop whenever you purchase skins, or just leave it on there and then purchase skins as you regularly do. Very, very much appreciated. Okay, let's get into this and let's talk about it. So you can see here, this is a 10 kill solo win, and it's not normal because I don't have the hottest start. I mean, you can see here, there's 18 people left. I had 3 kills. I just killed that guy, so now I had 4 kills because I landed fatal fields. And when I talked about how to get 10 plus kill wins, I usually gave the blueprint of going tilted towers, having a good start off tilted, and then doing that. However, if you want to play it a little bit more, it depends on your playstyle. Tilted, you'd have to go ham and get those kills early game. And while you can't guarantee kills mid game, when it gets down to the mid late game, like top 25, top 20, I'm talking about, you can sort of control how many kills you're getting by how aggressive you're playing. And that's what this video is going to be about: how to be aggressive under pressure and how to basically win fights when you need to. So we're gonna talk about that. So you can see here, I get a couple kills here in the mid game, and that is because of knowing rotations. And when you're landing in a spot, it's not just, I don't just like landing fatal because it's got good loot and there's not too many people there. It has easy rotations. Junk Junction and Haunted Hills have great loot and have not many people there, but you have to run through Pleasant, oh my gosh, through Loot Lake. If the zone's on the other side of the map, it really sucks. If you land fatal, and that's why somewhere like Salty is so popular, is because it's central on the map. You can go anywhere. The rotations don't suck out of it. So that's basically something that you have to take into consideration. You can see here in this gameplay, I am under pressure because of the fact that I am winning these gunfights, and I do have 5 kills with 16 left, but the fact is that I am weak. I don't have any extra heals, and I'm at the point where I'm literally carrying double blue SMG, which is, I don't recommend it, but if you have nothing else, why not carry a second SMG so you don't have to worry about that reload? You can just switch over. But then I find the Deagle, and this is a setup that you don't want to be rocking with. 5 weapon setups with 100 HP and no shield. This is not a good position that I have myself in, but this is what's going to happen when you are playing like this aggressive in the mid game, and you will see that every time I'm fighting, the fights aren't 1v1 isolation fights like they used to be in previous seasons. Fortnite nowadays, the players are so much more mobile with their building, with flying in from planes, with the zip lines, with just porter rifts, jump pads, everything like that. Fights are going to be joined, and a lot of fights, even in solos, are, sure, you'd love to isolate those one-on-one fights like I got earlier in this gameplay, but a lot of them are going to be fighting with a huge crowd around, and you'll see tough situations. For example, this player, I pull up on this guy and I have 100 HP, so I realize I need to get my shot in here. I do hit him, he hits me also, and then luckily I hit him again with another nice shot with the blue shotgun, and he did have some shields there for me, which was clutch. I had to win that gunfight, and I had to do it fast because I know there's other players around this area. Look at the area. We're around the zip line, airplane over by Salty Springs. This is like the most popular area of the map in the mid game on a normal rotation. I mean, all depends on the storm. But luckily, I'm able to pop these. And then, of course, here it comes. Like I said, Season 7. This is what's going to happen. And this is why you can actually get more kills without landing in such a hot drop. If you want to go for that 10-plus kill every game and you don't want to win a game, if you win a game with 8 kills, you're going to be pissed. Sure, you probably want to do the hottest drop every time. But by dropping a little bit more safe and playing aggressive in the mid to late game, you're usually shielded up and materialed up. And you have all the stuff where there's not going to be as much RNG when if you're landing landing at somewhere like Tilted Towers or Retail Row, you get a bad landing or your first or second buildings don't have any loot, you're pretty much done for. So right here, this is what I recommend doing against people that are in planes. Shoot them down, especially when you have a good AR and ammo. And I had 600 ammo there. That base, I knew it was standing up on there like pretty much nothing. So I basically rotate around, and this is where the pressure is on. I'm 200 HP or 100, basically 200, and I'm making sure that I want to put the pressure on this guy because I know this guy was the one that was just fighting me, and I want to be able to finish off this kill, which I get a couple shots in here. But there's also a player behind me, and this is where you can't panic in the game. And you'll notice what I do here. I don't keep chasing that kill, and I make sure I play my life before playing for the kill. My life is going to be more important to stay alive, and if I go for that kill and I die, this is all over. 10 kills, whatever, all of it's over. So I have to make sure that playing your life should be the most important thing, and of course, sometimes making the aggressive decision is calculated and the smart thing to do, especially when enemies are weak. But you can see here, when I'm surrounded by 3 or 4 enemies, and I have less than 100 HP, this is where you're going to get under pressure, and this is where I'm basically playing this for audio at this point, and I'm waiting for the enemy players to drop down, which they will do. It's pretty much predictable when enemy players do have you weak. Of course, I'm able to pick off that first kill, which is nice, and then immediately I'm turtling up because I know there's more players here, and I know that I just got those campfires. And this is another thing when it comes down to looting. You kind of have to be quick at looting, which I'm sure most people are, but I'm sure there's still some people that, stop and decide, do I want this or that, which you can see even like here, when I'm boxed in, I'm healing, sure, I can do that, but a lot of times you just have to quickly grab that guy's loot, base up there. You see how I made 2 of them, placed 2 campfires, and stood in the middle of them just for that sort of effect. Right there, I pick up bandages, and this doesn't mean that I'm good to go because I won those fights. Look, there's still another person here. I have 7 kills at this point, and the storm's moving in, and this is where these are fights that are going to happen, which is basically you're running in with the storm, and you're also build battling a guy. And these fights, I usually like to just do it like this: walls to block them off, ramps to go up, and just stay above them, and then usually you'll have a second to catch them and get that shot in, which is what I was able to do here. And at this point, like I said, I always set a goal. So if you want to go for a 10 kill win, if you want to go for a 12 kill win, so at this point, if I have 8 kills right here, and we'll say the goal is 10 kills, I can pretty much chill out because most of the time you're going to be killing that last player. Sure, there's other ways they could die and you not get the kill credit, but most of the time it's going to end off with you killing the last player in a solo match. So that would be 1 extra kill to 9. So then I'd only need 1 more engagement for this to be a 10 bomb. So basically I healed up there, and luckily I was able to find some minis, and I have a very good inventory at this point just because of everything. Right here, immediately as soon as I recognize someone, it's all about building up for high ground and just getting a couple stories above them and then looking down. This is a lot better position to be in also for myself when I don't have that much extra health or heals, and I do have an RPG, which is great to rain down on players. Unfortunately, I break my own build there, but this guy is scared by the zone, and this guy makes, I don't know, he's kind of a mistake or something, because the zone was going to take a minute to move, but he started to move right away, and I guess you could see why. He obviously didn't have too much HP. I didn't either, and patience was the key to win that fight. And then once we wiped that guy out, 3 people left and 9 kills. At this point, with 3 people left, I mean, people pretty much know the strategies. You have 2 options you can do. Either try to isolate each of the fights, or you can try to third party and just sort of wait until they're fighting. And it all depends on the skill level of the players at the end. If it's 2 pretty bad players or average players, maybe you could just push them 1 at a time if you're a good player and take them out. But if it's, 2 really good players, you probably want to be that one third partying, and it's all about positioning when it comes down to it. So when it comes down to the top, you realize everyone knows at a point when you have 9 kills and you want to go for 10 kills here, and there's 3 people left. This is the point where I want to get the best natural position, which what that means is, if there's a house in the safe zone, build on top of the house or something for some extra high ground. If there's a mountain like this, and that's why I take this mountain, and I have basically the perfect position because of where I am up on this mountain, and 1 person dies to the storm. So this is a 1v1, and once it's at a 1v1, all you have to do is either go offense or defense, recognize it, make sure you time your rotations with the storm. And that's why I decide right here, I'm going to make an early rotation because of the amount of mats that I have. And I'm going to build a huge base full of metal so that even if this guy has RPGs or whatever he has, it's going to, you could still shoot me down, but it's going to take a little bit more effort. And this is where at the point, there's no reason for me to go over there and, check out, hey, what's he doing over there? I know he's over on the other mountain. Let's just set up a base. And I'm trying to double layer it here, which, I don't know, it's taking me a little bit too long, but I was just having fun with it because I got some metal here, double layered the base, and there he is with the RPG. Now he is up on the mountain where I just was, which is totally cool with me because, okay, he has high ground with the natural cover. But he has to come to me in about a minute, and I have basically unlimited mats, where I'm not unlimited, but unlimited enough to spam, you know, enough mats to spam against the slow RPG, which the RPG is a deadly weapon, but when you're using it like he's using it, he's kind of just wasting the rockets. I mean, I guess he's using up my materials as well, and then he sets up a mounted turret. This guy was trying to get every sort of cheese in on me, and once he sets that up, I try to destroy it with one of my rockets of my own, and I'm just waiting for him to rotate, because he has to. I have the zone advantage, and even though I only have 125, which wasn't ideal because of how much pressure I was in the mid game, and I took quite a bit of damage this game, more than I should have, I take the build battle with him. He blocks me off here, and I'm right behind him every time, but he does seem to be a pretty quick builder, so I'm like, you know, let's drop down. Because of my health, I don't want to let him have high ground at all and be above me and shoot down at my head, because one shot could kill me. With the shotguns are not a joke in this game anymore. They never have been, but they're so good now. I then hear this guy shoot that, and I hear the sound of the rocket blowing up right in front of him. I'm not sure if it did damage to him or not, so I pushed him, and this is what I was thinking in the moment. I push him, and boom. We finish it off right there. As he goes to lay down a trap, or he had his build out, and we luckily get the shot in right before the trap. So that was a good player we had to end the fight off against, but we did pull it out with a 10-kill win, and you can see that this was out of Fatal Fields. Going for consistent high-kill wins. Yeah, Tilted, Retail, Paradise, you know, or the things right below the bus are going to be the hottest drops, but you can still do it with a nice chill gameplay as long as you're able to take on multiple enemies at once and know how to position yourself in those 3rd, 4th, and 5th party fights. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop a like, subscribe. Thank you to everyone using my supporter creator, the Goblin YT, and I'm out. Peace.